Oh, well.
Call to order, Town of Prescott Valley, regular Town Council meeting, January 27, 2022. Welcome, everyone. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Kinzinger.
Present.
Councilmember Dickinson.
Here.
Councilmember Hepperly.
Here.
Councilmember Schumacher.
Present.
Councilmember Packard.
Present.
Vice Mayor Hunt is not here, and Mayor Palguda.
Present.
We have a quorum.
Thank you, ma'am. At this time, I'd like to welcome Chaplain Bill Nose down from Heights Church for our invocation.
Good evening. If you'd join me in prayer. Father, we come to you tonight with hearts that are just overflowing with gratitude, Lord. Gratitude for who you are, for what you've done, what you're continuing to do, and what you have yet to do in our own hearts and in our community, Lord. And God, I humbly pray for all those that are gathered here tonight who are giving of their time, their talent and their energy, all because they care deeply about this wonderful place that we call home. And so we invite your presence here tonight, Lord, and even in the midst of perhaps differing opinions, we ask for your spirit of unity in this body tonight, Lord. And I pray that you would continue to give this council the ability to continue to think and strategize in ways that bring about great results for the people of Prescott Valley. And as we strive, God, to do all the things that you want us to do to bring glory to your name, God, we ask that you would help us to listen to each other, to desire the good of others, to keep our hearts tender towards all people, Lord, and that you would help us continue to care about things that matter to you. So direct this meeting tonight, direct our thoughts, our actions, our decisions, and our conversations, God, and help us all leave here tonight inspired to be living in Prescott Valley, Arizona. So we commit this night to you, God, and may your grace, may your love, may your mercy, may your joy and your peace always be present here. And it's in your name, Lord Jesus, we pray. Amen.
Amen. Lead us in the pledge, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everyone. At this time, we're on item 3, certificates, service awards, staff service award for Daniel Hayes, Police Department Sergeant with 15 years, with Acting Chief Jeremy Martin presenting.
Mayor, Council, thank you for allowing us to be here today, and I want to take just a couple moments to give appreciation to Sergeant Daniel Hayes. And a little bit about Dan. He's been an amazing employee for 15 years. So Dan grew up in the Prescott area. He attended Prescott High School. Until his junior year, and then he moved to Georgia, where he graduated from Westwood School. Upon graduation in 1986, Dan enlisted in the United States Army, where he served for 10 years. In 2007, Dan joined the Prescott Valley Police Department and graduated from NARDA, which was across the street at the time. The last 15 years, he served our community and police department in a variety of positions. He was a police officer, just a standard patrol officer to start out, and then he became a school resource officer, helping out, our local schools here. And then he was a detective, a lead police officer. He got promoted to sergeant, and then he was the coordinator over the field training officer program. And currently, he is our detective sergeant over our special victims unit. So Dan, he's a true leader in our department. And what the pastor was saying about the grace and care that exemplifies Dan and what he's done for our community. He is a true inspiration to us who works tirelessly for our police department and our community. And a couple of important things about Dan. His fiancée, Tara Connor, is here tonight, and he's very proud, and we all know of his boys, Hunter and Griffin, who both attend NAU. And we know that Dan is so caring for his family in this police department because you can walk around and have a conversation with him, and easy to talk to. You can talk to him about sports, and I can say 15 years ago when Dan got out of the academy, I was one of his training officers, and we had many nights of fighting crime and making the streets safer by talking about sports and betting on what the best candy bars are. So, Dan, we do appreciate your hard work. I know this town does, and you got 5 years until retirement, but we're hoping you're here for at least another 15 or 20, at least. Yeah, and one of the most important things for Dan is we know he's a Prescott native, moved to Georgia, but I believe it's suspected that he's a longtime Alabama fan. No. Longtime Bulldog fan. You can walk by Dan and say Bulldogs, and he's all over it. So, Dan, I appreciate your time, your service here, and I know the mayor and the council do as well. So congratulations.
Councilwoman?
Dan, thank you so very much for your devotion to our town and your service to our town and county. And we, along with being a service in service for us as a police officer, you're a fine representative of our town as well throughout the county, and we are blessed to have you.
Dan, a huge congratulations is in order for Georgia winning the national championship.
Wait a minute.
And thank you so much for your service for the last 15 years. We really appreciate it.
Sergeant Hayes, I've seen your name all over the place. It's good. It's really good. It is. I really want to congratulate you. 15 years is great. We need 5 or 6 more, though, so I'd really appreciate you sticking around. And you do a good job, and it's all good. And I really, really appreciate your service.
15 years in any job is commendable, but as an officer, thank you so much. And knowing that you work with the Special Victims Unit, it just really touches our hearts. That's such a tough job to take on. So an extra thank you for that, for what you've chosen to pursue as well. So please stay. You're needed, and thank you so much. And we back the entire police department, but it's so nice that we have good leadership as well. So thank you for that.
Dan, thank you for your 15 years of service, and wish you many, many more. And throughout the years, you've had some changes, and you've been able to go through them and survive with them and all that. So I thank you again, and thanks again for the 15 years.
I've known Dan a long time, and the way you can judge a person is how they show up to work. And Dan shows up to work with a smile. And he's always got that attitude. He doesn't have his head down, and he's actually excited about being at work even after 15 years. And that says a lot about a person, and it says a lot about your commitment to the community. And I think that's important, and we appreciate that. So I'm sure you have a few words.
It's been a blast. Chief, Mr. Mayor, Council, thank you so much for your kind words. I remember a very adventurous ride-along when Recruit Hayes was riding with Detective Palguda back in the day. Yes, and then our days as when I was just begging to get off of field training with FTO Martin. And I still owe him for a practical joke he played on me on my last night on FTO, but we won't get into that here. Thank you so much for my 15 years. My brothers and sisters up there, thank you for coming out here. Appreciate you. It's really cool to have some Bradshaw Mountain High School members. I had a great time over there for a little while. It's been 15 years, at least 5 more, hopefully more than that. And I love this town. I did grow up in Prescott. I did go to Prescott High School, but I'm Prescott Valleyan now, and I love being here, so thank you.
Now we're moving on to our Student of the Month. Councilwoman Hepperly will be taking over from here. Officer Lawrence, thanks for showing up late.
I'm going to give everyone a minute.
Looks like it. Welcome, everyone.
The town of Prescott Valley, in collaboration with the Optimist Club of Yavapai County and Bradshaw Mountain High School, are honoring these outstanding students for December and January. Please welcome Hannah Lennon, Michael Kelly, Alexis Lee, and Calvin Mayo. We are recognizing these students because of their school and community engagement. They have been nominated by school staff and instructors at Bradshaw Mountain High School. And now we're going to hear a little from each of them about their achievements, starting with Hannah.
Hello, my name is Hannah, and I'm a senior at Bradshaw Mountain High School. I'm so grateful to have been chosen as the Student of the Month this month at Bradshaw, and I'm so glad to be able to share with you all a little bit about myself tonight. Those of you who know me know that I don't like to talk about myself very much. Despite the tremendous pile of homework that I have each day, the various scholarships that I'm applying for, and the many hours that I spend on organizing club activities, this is probably the hardest thing that I've had to do in a while. I'm just kidding. I really don't have that much homework. But I hope you'll indulge me for a moment as I tell you all a little bit about Hannah. For as long as I can remember, I have dedicated myself towards school. Learning was indeed something that delighted me and still does to this day. I have my teachers to thank for that. I am also grateful for the relationships that I have developed with my peers throughout high school. And it is through my peers that I perhaps learned the most about myself. My classmates will tell me that I'm kind, driven, and dedicated. My closest friends will tell me that I'm honest, reliable, and consistently there for them. I am forever grateful for these words from the people that I love and admire. Just as a side note, I also think that I'm very funny, but that's a compliment that's harder to come by. My club involvement is perhaps the source of what one might consider my greatest accomplishments. Specifically, my time spent in Interact Club has been a blessing. I have led several service projects of great significance to me, including Feed My Starving Children, where we spend time packaging food to be sent to places in need, including Uganda, Liberia, and so much more. Organizing a YRMC rock painting project, where we had Interact members paint inspirational words on rocks to give to the local hospital to show our appreciation to healthcare workers, especially in these times of COVID. Trick-or-treating for cans for UNICEF, and so much more. These acts of service have shaped me into the person that I am today. I will step forward into my future with the intention of continuing to look for avenues to do good and to make real and substantial change. Mr. Dahl told me to brag about myself, but just know that this makes me very uncomfortable. The person that I am today is a product of BMHS. Recently, I was so fortunate to have been named a Flynn Scholarship finalist, which is a scholarship awarded to students who are dedicated to remaining in Arizona to serve their communities and ultimately pave the way for a better future. While I have not yet received this scholarship, I am humbled to have gotten this far in the process at all, and I know that it is not just a testament to myself, but also a testament to the community and school that I have grown up in. I am forever grateful to have attended to school that allows me to be who I am and that continues to shape me today. So thank you.
Michael Kelly.
Hi, I'm Michael Kelly, and I just want to thank everyone for having me here today. I play football and I wrestle, and I got Defensive Player of the Year and the Steve Moran Leadership Award, this is the first year they've done that. And then I was first team All-Region linebacker, and I'm a part of the student athlete leadership team, which started sophomore year, but it's kind of died down a little bit because we can't go out anywhere because of COVID. And then sophomore year, I took 6th in state and then 5th in state last year. And this year, I'm seated in the top 3. And none of that would have been achievable without Bradshaw Mountain High School and the teachers, office staff, coaching staffs, my parents, any of that. I have a GPA of 3.6 And then, just the teachers and the staff just are amazing people, and they do a great job. So I just want to thank them again. Thank you guys, and thank everyone here today.
Calvin?
Hello, I'm Calvin, and I've attended Bradshaw Mountain. I've attended Bradshaw Mountain High School for all 4 years, and strangely, I'm here today. And if you're gonna ask Mr. Bradshaw about me freshman year, he probably wouldn't have been too sure if I was gonna graduate that year or not. I'd like to give a special thanks to some of the teachers I've had in the past, such as Ms. Goki, Mr. Edmondson, Ms. Mosier, and Ms. Buckle. I couldn't describe the trouble and agony that I put them through, and their dedication to me and constant pushing for me to do better really drove me to be who I am today and the reason I'm here. I learned valuable lessons that I will take after I graduate, such as being the center of attention is not all life is about, and it's pretty exhausting. They gave me real-life skills, such as conducting myself in a professional manner, and listening and being patient gives you, listening and being patient is better than always being the one talking. I hope to use these skills when I attend trade school at Yavapai College and after into the workforce. The last 4 years have been a roller coaster, but I can't be doing too bad if I'm here today. I'd like to end with saying thank you, and I appreciate the opportunities you have given me in my high school career.
And Alexis could not be here, but her mom is going to read her bio. Thank you.
Well, I got it. So Alexis couldn't be here tonight. She is at a soccer game in Flagstaff. So she sent me a little note today, and in true classic Alexis, she was very humble, and she's giving credit where credit is due. What she isn't sharing is that not only has she been a true sport athlete all 4 years of high school, but she's been a part of the AP Academy and also volunteers in our community. She has more work ethic than most adults that I know. She doesn't believe in excuses, and she puts 110% into everything she does. She may be a tad competitive as well. She's considerate and always sticks up for the underdog. She makes us very proud every day, and we look forward to watching her positive impact on the world after she graduates. Oh. Hello, my name is Alexis Lee, and I'm a senior at Bradshaw High School. This month I was awarded Student of the Month by the administrators at my school. I am 17 years old, and I have played volleyball and soccer all 4 years. This year I am also going to run track as well. Why not? Sports is one of the main reasons I'm being recognized by the school, but that's not all I participate in. I'm a member of the National Honor Society and the Student Athlete Leadership Club. I've learned a lot these last 4 years of high school, and I want to thank Mr. Dahl and Mr. Bradshaw for being such a great principal and vice principal. They put a smile on everyone's face when they walk through the halls every day. They both try to connect with each student individually, and I think that is such an amazing thing for administrators to do. I have learned a lot and to be a better person at Bradshaw, and that we are held to a higher standard and better than Prescott at everything. I will take that lesson and the hundreds of others I have learned from Bradshaw, academics, sports, clubs, teachers, administrators, and more when I move on from this school. Thank you for this amazing recognition, and go Bears.
And let's give all the teachers and parents a hand as well, because parents and teachers always deserve the applause, but I mean, really from what we've seen and heard tonight especially, just want to make sure that they're getting their recognition, so thank you guys. And now, Principal Dahl.
Mayor, council members, thank you again for having us. Every time I get the opportunity to stand up here, I just think about our school and our kids and our community. We are so blessed. I say often that I have the best job in the world, and I swear to you, I learn, I think, more from our kids than they learn from us on a daily basis. Our community, our world is in such great hands because of kids just like this. And they are a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful representation of what shows up to our campus every day and works hard. And in the last couple of years, these students have been through things that we can't even imagine what it was like to be a student. They persevered, and look at where they're at and the attitudes that they have and the grit and the perseverance. We're just so proud of you. You make us proud every day, and it's an honor to stand up here next to you. So thanks for everything. And I'm going to let Mr. Bradshaw say a few words, if that's okay, April. All right.
Thank you. I'd like to just congratulate our Student of the Month, of course. But what a true success story from Bradshaw Mountain High School. And I'm very proud of them. Nice job, guys.
And Optimist Club Society Treasurer Mike Whiting.
Good evening. I think this is the most exciting time of a town council meeting that you could think of, I believe, the fourth Thursday of every month. But it's always surprising to me to hear the stories of the students that we see each month. And again, comparing when I went to high school or you went to high school, whole different time, and they deserve a lot in terms of their achievements. And all we can ask is that they come back into our community and contribute some more as time goes on. So as the Secretary-Treasurer of the Optimist Club of Yavapai County, we're involved with student services or programs through the schools, and it's always nice to see students who aren't prodded or pushed, but actually want to do things for the school and for our community. So as the Secretary-Treasurer, I truly do appreciate their work and congratulate them on behalf of the Optimist Club of Yavapai County, the town of Prescott Valley, and Bradshaw Mountain High School as outstanding students of the month, both December and January. So let's give them a loud appreciation by applause to greet them and help them on their way to further their education. Congratulations, students. Now, as just a memento, we have a few certificates and some Optimist tiles, which hopefully they'll take with them wherever they go and have the tiles, which is something that we live by as far as the Optimists. It's like the commandments of, I guess, optimism, but it's really not. And hopefully they'll remember this moment as truly an honor for you. So let me pass those out. The Optimist Creed, and it's 10 different things. If you live by this, you can't go wrong in your life. So, congratulations again.
Parents, you can come on down for picture time. All right, one more round of applause, everyone. Moving on, item 4B, Chamber of Commerce, new business. Ms. Swan? Welcome, ma'am.
Good evening, Mayor, Town Council members. Thank you once again for always having the Chamber of Commerce here. We appreciate it. It's really nice to see all these young, inspiring people in our community, our law enforcement, but it's also nice to get to hear from our businesses that also impact our community. So I am very excited to introduce to you tonight Lucy Leyva. She is the owner of the Warehouse Event Center.
Welcome, ma'am.
Hi. Thank you guys for having me here. It's a pleasure speaking in front of you all. Thank you, Mayor, and thank you, everyone. I'm very, very excited about the warehouse. It's the new event space in Prescott Valley. It's a remodeled warehouse that is going to offer an indoor-outdoor space to our community for any kind of event, from weddings to meetings and many, many, many more. So we have 3,000 square feet of an indoor space with two big glass roll-up doors that will bring access to everyone to have an indoor-outdoor space. The outdoor is 1,700 square feet on a nice patio. We're located in the, northeast?
Northeast, yes.
Yeah, side of town, between Viewpoint and Robert Road towards 89. And so a lot of things are happening back there, and we're so excited to be in that area. So thank you for having us.
Thank you for coming, ma'am. And I believe I was at a Mexican store yesterday in town, and you guys have an event already coming up in February for a Hispanic band, correct?
Yes.
So that's exciting that it can actually even hold a band as well.
Yes. So my vision is to also gather our community through social events. So we want to host, Mexican dances with live music. We are hoping to have a food truck outside. I left like a graveled area so people can go dance and eat. And so, yeah.
No, that's awesome. We're looking forward to it.
Yes, thank you. I really hope to see you all there eventually.
No, it's exciting. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Moving on, item 5, call to the public. At this time, members of the public may comment on matters listed on the agenda or solely on matters within the jurisdiction of the town. Any persons wishing to address the council must complete a speaker card located inside the entrance of the council chambers and deliver it to the town clerk prior to the commencement of the meeting. The council's response is limited to responding to criticism, asking staff to review a matter commented upon, or asking that a matter be put on a future agenda. Such remarks shall be limited to 3 minutes unless additional time is granted by the mayor. Clerk?
I do not have any speaker cards tonight.
No speakers. Just want to make sure that that's the consensus out in the crowd in case you forgot to fill out a form. All right, with that being said, moving on, item 6, council comment or communications. We'll start on the end. Councilwoman?
Thank you, Mayor. Welcome, everyone. It's been a fairly busy week for us. A number of events that we attended, starting with the chamber breakfast on Tuesday morning at 7 a.m., and it's always an honor and a privilege to be with members of our community and businesses that share what they're doing and meeting all of them and who they are. And also yesterday we had coffee with a cop that we enjoyed with the Prescott Valley Police at the Chamber headquarters. And again, a big showing and support for our men in blue, and it was a very enjoyable time, and they do this periodically and for the public. If you have an opportunity and time to attend one of these events, you will get to meet not only the police, but a number of new people from our community come out as well. And then today we had a topping off event for the new Justice Center down on Prescott Lakes across from the Juvenile Hall. And this was an incredible event that we attended, signed a beam, and watched it be lifted and centered on the building itself. And what an incredible building, and this is going to be so wonderful for our community, and we're just so grateful for it. Thank you.
Councilwoman? Councilman? All right. Moving on. Manager's report. Mr. Judy?
Mayor, members of the council, I would like to excuse Town Manager Davidson, who's out of town tonight. I can report on just a couple of items real quick. Yesterday I was at the Boys and Girls Club. They have completely gutted out the old part of the building, so they're making quick progress on that facility. We're looking forward to that being remodeled. I also traveled out to the exhibition center, the building that we bought out at the racetrack. They are also moving very aggressively. They have framed out all of the locker rooms for visiting teams for the tournaments. They have one of the hockey rink walls already up. They're working on the second one. They're working on the BMX track, so they are moving very quickly. They think, or they hope to be open by April, so things are going well there. And this afternoon we mapped out about a 4-mile loop trail on the south side of Glassford Hill. That's in our strategic plan to increase the number of trails in Prescott Valley. So now we just need to build that. So we're looking for volunteers, so we'll be looking for more details on that in the coming months.
Awesome. Thank you, sir. Item 8, consent agenda. All matters listed under consent agenda are considered routine by the town council and will be enacted by one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items. If discussion is desired, that item will be removed from the consent agenda and will be considered separately. Council, we've all had a chance to review. Here's our opportunity to remove an item. If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to approve the consent agenda as is by electronic vote.
Second.
Clerk, please call the vote.
Councilmember Dickinson, how do you vote?
Guess it didn't come up. Yes.
That passes, Mayor.
Thank you, ma'am. Item 9, old business. Item 9A, proposed amendments of to the Town Code, Chapter 8, peddlers and business licenses. Consideration and possible action. This is the second reading. Ma'am?
Ordinance number 896. An ordinance of the Mayor and Common Council of the Town of Prescott Valley, a municipal corporation of Arizona, adopting by reference that certain document amendments to Chapter 8 of the Town Code declared by Resolution number 2225 to be a public record, amending Articles 8-01 Peddlers and 8-02 Business License, and the repealing of Article 8-08 Mobile Food Vendors, and Chapter 8 Business of the Town Code to conform with the changes in state law and current town practices, providing that all other chapters, articles, and sections of the Town Code not herein repealed or amended shall remain in full force and effect, providing that if any provision in the ordinance is held invalid by a court of competent jurisdiction, the remaining provisions shall not be affected but shall continue in full force and effect, and providing that this ordinance shall be effective 30 days after its passage and approval according to law.
Clerk, shall this ordinance pass?
That passes, Mayor.
Thank you, ma'am. Moving on, item 10, if you're following at home or in the audience, 10A and 10B have been removed by the applicant, I believe. We'll be moving on to item 10C. Final Development Plan, FDP 21-016, Prestige, Moving and Storage, Consideration and Possible Action. Mr. Gonzalez.
Thank you, Mayor, Council. A request by Kevin Powell, owner, for a final development plan, FDP 21016 for Phase 1 and 2 of Prestige Moving Storage Facility on approximately 2 acres of parcel located on the south side of Florentine Road. The property is located in the Big Sky Business Park, platted in 2005 under Resolution 1380. Phase 1 comprises of a current 5,000 square foot building, storage, approved by Resolution 2100 on July 11th, 2019. This final development plan is the completion of Phase 2 and 3. And, went by too little too fast. And that, as you can see, will be the storage units and the new building. That'll be an additional 1,800 square foot storage building with 113 mini storages. The proposed use is consistent with the existing uses in the area and congruent with the provisions in the C3 PAD zoning district and the business park designation in the general plan of 2025. This development will comply and meet all site development standards. I'd be happy to answer any questions you may have at this time. And I apologize. Staff recommends council adopt Resolution 2226, therefore approving final development plan FDP 21-16. Now I can answer any questions you may have.
Councilwoman?
I make a motion to authorize the mayor, or in his absence, the vice mayor, to sign resolution number 2022-2226, adopting final development plan FDP 21-016, Prestige Moving and Storage.
I'll second.
Please call the vote.
That passes, Mayor.
Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Gonzalez, next one up. Final development plan, FDP 21-018, 89A Dental, consideration and possible action.
Thank you again, Mayor, Council. A request by Michael Taylor, architect, agent for a final development plan, FDP 21-18 for 89A Dental Care, comprised of 6,933 square foot building, along with a 7,150 future professional office on approximately 1.64 acres, generally located south side of Pronghorn Ranch Parkway. This is west of Viewpoint Drive and east of and adjacent to the Church of Latter-day Saints. You can see on the site there. The proposed is consistent with the 2025 general plan. A preliminary development plan, PDP 21-007 for 89A Dental, was approved by the Planning and Zoning Commission at the September 13, 2021 meeting. Access to the site will occur from the current drive on the western side of the property and the new drive on the eastern side of the property. The development also conforms to all the site development standards. Staff recommends council consider adopting Resolution 2227 and therefore approving Final Development Plan FDP 21018. This is the overall site plan. I do have elevations as well as the proposed building, as you can see. And I have a landscaping plan that was also submitted by the applicant. Any questions you may have? I believe the applicant is also in the audience if you have any questions.
Mr. Mayor, council members, if I could, if you've ever had a bad day in the dentist chair, this is your chance to get even. Dr. Howden's poked a lot of people. You can poke back a little bit. I've sat in Dr. Howden's chair, and I can tell you they are bursting at the seams and ready for an expansion.
You don't want to make them mad either, Ryan. So, Mr. Mayor, if there are no other questions, I would like to make a motion. Motion to authorize the mayor, or in his absence, the vice mayor, to sign resolution number 2022 through 2227, adopting final development plan FDP 21-018 for 89A Dental by electronic vote.
I second.
Clerk, please call the vote.
That passes, Mayor.
Thank you, ma'am. Item E, lease, I believe it's Allnix Corporation Telecom Facility on Light Pole, Mountain Valley Park. Consideration and possible action. Mr. Judy, I believe you are up on this.
Yes, Mayor, council members, the town has a long-standing agreement with the Lynx Corporation to handle all of our lease negotiations with telecom providers. What they do is all the cellular providers or internet providers will approach Mr. Nye with the Lynx Corporation, saying they would like to locate certain antenna or dishes on our typically on our existing facilities. If you've ever been to Mountain Valley Park, you'll notice they're all over the place on our poles there. By town code, any telecom facility is required to go in public land zoning. That way the town benefits, the school district benefits from those lease payments. The end result from this is that the town will receive an additional $1,630 per month during the term of the lease. So I'm happy to answer any questions you might have.
Anything for Mr. Judy? Mr. Judy, just confirming this is pretty standard. It's what we normally go through as a town.
Correct.
Nothing is special in regards to
Nothing
this.
strange or unique about this one.
Thank you.
So, Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to approve the lease between Town and Alex Corporation for telecom facility on light pole located at Fields Fourplex in Mountain Valley Park, and the related sublease between Alex and Dish Wireless LLC by electronic vote.
I second.
Clerk, please call the vote.
That passes, Mayor.
Thank you, ma'am. Now moving on to item 11.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
I second it.
Clerk, please call the vote.
That passes, Mayor.
Thank you, ma'am. Folks, thanks for coming out, spending your time with us this evening, and please drive safe. We'll see you next time.